right, we are in Flora, Illinois, and it is raining again. Anytime I try to vlog, it starts to rain. But this is the Flora B&O. This is the old B&O Railroad Depot here in Flora, Illinois. And this one was built in 1917. Two-story depot, and they have preserved this depot, which is great. That's what I like to see. But it's got a museum inside of it, which it's closed today. And like I said, it's got displays in there from the early days. Check out this walkway. It's a pretty good sized depot. They used to have an old B&O Railroad caboose out here, but they no longer have that. Again, this line, it's the same line that's in Carlisle, Illinois. Basically, it runs about 30 miles south of 30 miles south of Effingham, and most of the traffic on this line, well, there's really no traffic to it now, but this is the line we're talking about right here. But let's get this sign real quick. There it is, Flora, right there. And look at this runway, this walkway. I think the last passenger trains came through here in the 50s. But this town basically grew up on this railroad, the B&O Railroad. This town, this community, most of the communities were built up through the B&O Railroad. But like I said, this line's been abandoned now for quite a while. I don't know if I've posted that video yet or not, but anyways, I don't think I have. But this line runs from, oh, there's some lightning. This line runs from St. Louis to Cincinnati. And this is a CSX Illinois sub. Like I said, about a half hour south. A half hour south of Effingham and the St. Louis sub. So the traffic pretty much, the train traffic's pretty much dried up now over here. So, but again, this started out as the Ohio and Mississippi line, and they transported a lot of goods for during the Civil War, for you history buffs out there. So it started there, ended up becoming B&O. B&O built up a lot of these towns, whether it was Flora. This town here was built up on the B&O Railroad and had their headquarters here. And basically what ended up happening, the headquarters ended up, a lot of the staff ended up moving to Washington, Indiana, which is where this subdivision ends. And then it goes from Washington, Indiana to Cincinnati. So, in short, it runs basically St. Louis to Cincinnati. But, like I said, this is a museum now. And then they've also got some conference rooms and convention centers, and they basically use it. But it's a beautiful building, and I'm so happy that they preserved it. But it just makes me a little irritated when, you know, they've tore these old depots down. But anyways, so back to what I was telling you. So Chessie would end up taking over B&O, as we all know, and then of course becomes CSX. And like I said, this line is pretty much from here to East St. Louis. This line is abandoned, so they don't use it anymore. They do have a local grain train that goes from Olney to Flora, maybe even into Salem. I'm not really sure how far the grain train goes, but it's a local, and that's pretty much it. Now, as far as what happens past Washington, Indiana, I don't know if they're still using that line for anything. But like I said, that's pretty much, like I said, you used to have about 10 to 15. I think the last ones that ran on here was 2015. So that's been quite a while ago. And then, of course, you know, all those rails missing in between here and St. Louis. And what this line does here, this line, if you look at the state of Illinois, you basically have the St. Louis sub that goes from St. Louis to Terre Haute. If you go 30 miles south, that's where this line runs. So, anyways, I guess it gives you a little bit of history about this railroad line as well. And then, you know, of course, Flora had a yard, and like I said, this was a big deal at one point here in this area. Countless passenger trains ran through here. So, like I said, and I did a little bit on this depot last year, but that was before I had very many I didn't have as many subscribers, so I just wanted to revisit it real quick. I noticed that they had the, check that out. If you look in, they've got some of the train lanterns, some of the dress that the women and the men wore during that era. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of old pictures. Everything is, giving you the history of the B&O Railroad. I guess this original B&O Railroad depot, the one that the town had put in, originally had burned down. Which I imagine back then things were probably, everything was, by candle or whatever, it would have been a lot easier back then for things to catch on fire. So, but there it is. Check this out. C326. I don't know if that's a mile marker. Could be. Yep. And then they have a hallway too down here that's let's see what that says. Yeah, they've got a military hall too that goes down that honors the military as well. Still really wish that they had the old B&O Railroad caboose. Here's the clock right here. Let's see if we can check that out. Love the old platforms. There's only 5 depots left, 5 or 6. Check out that old wagon. That's pretty cool. And these old doors. There's there's one in Breeze, Illinois, Carlisle, Sumter, Washington, Indiana, Vincennes, and of course Flora. So I guess that's 6. And then there was one that wasn't listed, Salem, which I'm going to try to get a hold of too. Let's see if we can get to the front of this. Salem has one as well, so there it is. There it is right there. B&O Railroad Depot, historic. They're probably looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm sitting out here in the rain. Here's the other side of it. Check that out. You know, it just takes you back into history. That platform comes all the way around. Pretty long platform down here too. And here's the other side of it. One of these days, yeah, there's a, it looks like a Navyman. Yeah, this is the military hallway here that they have to honor all the veterans. Good stuff. And yep, that looks like a maintenance room. Check this out. Hey, it's pretty cool. Anyways, one of these days I'm going to try to get in and get this thing filmed from the inside. Right now it's currently owned by CSX. See if we can jump up here and get the windows. Yeah. Check that out. Got the old stack up there. Like I said, I believe that this is where the caboose sat at one time. I'm not sure why the caboose is not here anymore, but the caboose is no longer around. Let's see if we got anything. Nope. Blinds are down. There we go. Chassis system. Check this out. Yep, there it is. Chassis system right there. That's pretty cool. Here's the old lights right here. Again, there's about 6 old B&O Railroad depots left. The rest have all been destroyed. So I'm going to be trying to go and visit some of them old depots. I want to get to Vincennes. Like I said, Salem has one. Alney's was destroyed. Sumter has one. So we're going to try to hit as many of them old B&O railroad depots as we can. But right now I'm just going to keep walking down to just show you how long this platform is. As a matter of fact, we have a CSX truck running out here today. And probably not going to get anything on this line. The lights and stuff are on, but you know, they're showing yellow. But on these locals, it could take 2 or 3 hours sometimes, it seems like. So you can see on this other side here, they have a siding. Yeah, and they basically tore all the siding out. They've still got some of the old signals, which I'm gonna go try to film. And then this siding went off down. You can see, we'll get up here. Yeah, got all kinds of railroad spikes. All right, so if you take a look down here, you can see where the siding used to run. And it just curved out on out here. And I think I think they've probably ripped the rest of the rails out here. Yeah, see it runs down just a little bit and then just kind of curves around. So one point they had a big yard here. Like I said, this was a big hub, but then once the railroad started to die out, so did these communities. So the diamond, which I've got a video of, is disconnected in a town called Odin, Illinois, and I've got a picture of that. So eventually I'm going to try to follow this line if I can and get it documented, because eventually, you know, just like everything else, these lines will be tore out, and you know, they'll you know, you'll never know. So but it's just important to keep the history of the railroad alive, and that's why I do what I do here. So I imagine, like I said, they tore the rest of the Flora yard out, I believe, too. So they were using this line too for storage on the other end of Carlisle. They were using this line for storing you know, railroad cars. So they started doing that for a while, just to store cars on this line. Like I said, if you follow this line on up, it goes right into the line that if you see where I film the St. Louis sub, that's right where this line goes. Right out of Caseyville, Illinois, it goes right into that line. So pretty interesting stuff if you're, you know, a history buff like myself and you're really into this stuff. You know, this will interest you about where these lines go. Like I said, the CSX Illinois sub ends in Washington, Indiana, and then it turns into a different sub. So, you know, who knows? Maybe one of these days they'll need it. These railroad companies are getting a lot smarter now. They're holding on to these abandoned lines for just in case any other business might drum up. So it's pretty smart. Pretty smart. They just keep them around though, you know, so just in case, you know, they get the demand back. But anyways, you can see CSX truck is parked out here now. So, and it is pouring down rain again. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. There's going to be more content to come, and you can see it right out there. Again, I'm facing Cincinnati, Ohio, right here. If I go this way, I'm facing St. Louis, so just think of it that way. All right, guys, I'm getting all wet. I got to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed this little tour of the depot. And like I said, guys, there's more depots to come. We're going to hit all the B&O, all the nickel plate. So if you're interested in the history of the railroad, just stick with my channel because we're going to jump on it. All right, guys, we'll check you on the next video, and hopefully I have some more trains for you out of Effingham. All right, see you on the next video, guys. All right, guys, we do have a train on the way. Here we go. Sounds like it might be CSX. Check it out. There he comes. Moving slow. He's starting to pick up speed. There he goes, guys. He's heading towards Indianapolis. If you like the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Guys, please subscribe to my channel for more content, and we will see you guys on the next video. Guys, we're here in Mount Vernon. I caught it's the end of it. There goes NS.